Hey bookworms, it's Jade from Bedtime Bookworm and welcome back to my channel. Today we got some really exciting casting news for the upcoming Wheel of Time adaptation. Earlier today, which is August 14th at the time of filming, we got casting announcements for 5 different characters in the Wheel of Time. If you want to check out the official announcements, go to the Wheel of Time on Prime Twitter account. That's where they announced them. My friend Daniel also already did a video all about this casting announcement, so I will link that in the description box if you want to check that out. But let's be honest, you've probably already seen it. In this video, I'm just going to be reacting to this announcement. I honestly hadn't planned on doing a video like this at all. A few weeks ago, they announced the actor who's going to be playing Moraine, and that's Rosamund Pike, and I was super excited when that news came out. I have seen Gone Girl, and I absolutely love that movie, and I think she is a great fit for the role of Moraine. She just has like an Aes Sedai serenity about her, I think. So I was really excited when I got that news. And I just kind of assumed that they would be giving us announcements one at a time. So it didn't really make sense to make a video like this. So this was not in the plans at all. But today, when they dropped 5 announcements on us, basically all of the Emond fielders, I just had so many emotions and I wanted to talk about it. When the tweets first went live this morning, I was actually on my way into a work meeting, so I saw the very first one, which was the announcement for Rand, and I thought, oh, cool, that's the announcement. And I went into my meeting and didn't realize that they had announced more of the cast members until I got out of the meeting. And then all day at work, I just kept thinking about these characters and these actors and wanting to like Google some of their acting clips and things, but I had to wait till the day was over. So now it's a few hours after I got off of work and I have taken some time to like look through the little bit of clips I could find. There definitely wasn't a lot of stuff out there. And I'm ready to tell you my feelings on these casting announcements. I'm going to show the tweets with the picture that they included in the tweet up here so that you guys can see, what I saw whenever I saw these announcements. So let's start with Rand. They cast an actor named Joshua Stradowski as Rand. This is definitely an actor I'd never heard of before. These are all basically actors I've never heard of. I'm not really like all that plugged into actors, so I wasn't surprised when I really hadn't heard of any of these people, but also most of them seem like they haven't had a whole lot of exposure either. Anyways, my first impression when I saw this image of Joshua Stradowski is that he looks perfectly like Rand to me. I mean, he doesn't look exactly how I envisioned Rand in my head, but I could see him being Rand pretty much immediately after I saw this picture. He looks like he can pull off a really serious character, and I did get a chance to watch a couple trailers and things that he's been in, and I was really impressed with his skills. One thing that I definitely want to point out in each of these tweets is the quote that's included with the picture of the actor. I don't know if these are quotes that these actors themselves said about the character that they wanted to portray, or if they're quotes that the writing room kind of put together. I kind of feel like maybe it's the writing room because these quotes are so perfect. They're basically a description of the character. And I'm not gonna lie, when I was looking through these pictures and reading those quotes, I got a little teary-eyed because these quotes are just so spot on in describing these characters and who they are and like what they mean to the series. So the quote that they shared for Rand was, "It was not about me, it's never been about me." That's so true. Like this series, I mean, Rand is the main character and it's about Rand, but it's not about Rand. So I love that that was the quote that they shared when they announced who was playing Rand. The next one I want to talk about is the casting for Matt. They casted an actor named Barney Harris as Matt. Immediately when I saw this photo of Barney Harris, I got so excited because this is exactly what I imagined Matt to look like. I feel like I can see just a little bit of mischief in his eyes, and I can imagine what he looks like with a goofy grin on his face. I think that he is going to be such a good fit. Again, I had never heard of Barney Harris before. I was able to find a trailer of a movie that he is starring in, and that trailer was very serious. So at least I know that this actor can do a really serious role. But like I said, I feel like I can see a little bit of mischief in his eyes, and I think he's going to pull off Matt so perfectly. Okay, so the quote that they shared for Matt, which I loved so much, was, It was about a hero who insisted with every breath that he was anything but a hero. And guys, is that not just a perfect way to describe Matt? He was often the hero of the situation, but never wanted to be seen that way. And that's one of the things that I love about Matt as a character. He was always such a good guy, but he pretended like he wasn't and that everything he did was just for himself, but really he cared about all the people around him and he went out of his way to do things for other people, but he didn't want them to know that that's why he was doing those things. He wanted them to think he was selfish. I just love that quote so much. Okay, moving on to Perrin's casting. They casted Marcus Rutherford as Perrin. My immediate thought when I saw this image was that this is not what I imagined Perrin to look like, but after I watched a couple trailers of movies that he's been in, I definitely started to get more comfortable with this. In those trailers, he had a lot of like thoughtful scenes where you could see that he was just like really in his head and like thinking about things, and his eyes are so like soulful, and Perrin is just one of those characters who is in his head a lot and is really thoughtful about what he's doing and about other people. I could totally see that in those two trailers that I watched. And I know that like ethnicity-wise, for Perrin and for some of the other actors, they're not all like white, which I am honestly totally fine with. I think that the Wheel of Time series as a whole has a lot of diversity. Granted, a lot of that is based on like where in the world you're from, and these characters are meant to be basically from the same place. But to me, acting ability is way more important than any of that. And I honestly just really don't care about the ethnicity of the actors. After watching those trailers, I am really excited to see how this actor is going to portray Perrin. Okay, and the quote for Perrin is, "It was about a man whose family was taken from him, but who stood tall in his sorrow and protected those who could." Ugh, that quote like gutted me. It just fits Perrin's character so well. I definitely saw him as such a protector. He was always trying to put his own emotions and his own needs aside so that he could take care of those around him. Okay, moving on to Gawain. They have casted Madeline Madden. I wasn't really able to find any clips of Madeline Madden actually acting. She's been in a few things, but it seems to be mostly as like side characters. She's in a couple things that are on Netflix, 2 different series that I think I'm gonna have to check out before, the Wheel of Time series comes out. So I wasn't able to get any sense of her acting, but I'm sure she's gonna be great, especially considering she's been in so many shows already. I love this picture that they used in the tweet with her like looking off to the side. I can totally see her as Egwene. The quote that they used for Egwene gave me chills. It says, "It was about a woman who would not bend her back while she was beaten, and who shone with a light for all who watched." Oh, I'm getting chills right now just reading it. For those of you who have read like pretty far into the series, you know how true this is. And while Egwene isn't my favorite character, she's definitely up there. She's such a strong woman who grows and changes throughout the series, and I am just so excited to see her on the screen. And then lastly, they announced the actor for Nynaeve. They have cast Zoe Robbins as Nynaeve. I think out of all of the actors that were casted, this one definitely kind of surprised me. It was not what I was expecting, partially because of the ethnicity, but again, that's not important to me. Zoe Robbins was another one that I had trouble finding clips of her actually acting in, although she has been in a few things according to her IMDB page. I think that she is beautiful, and I'm so excited to see her bring Nynaeve to life. The quote that they used for Nynaeve's character was, "It was about a woman who refused to believe that she could not help, could not heal those who had been harmed." And that one kind of gutted me too, because it's just so perfect for Nynaeve. Because if there's one thing about Nynaeve, it's that she wants to help people. It kills her to see people in pain, and all she wants to do is heal them. Alright guys, those are my immediate reactions to the casting announcements we received today at the time of filming. It'll probably be a couple days before I get this up. I knew that I was excited about the show, but seeing these actors and their images and then these quotes that went with the images really got to me, literally gave me chills, made me cry this morning. I am unbelievably excited for the show. It's just so crazy to see my favorite series. I can't believe I'm crying, but it's just so crazy to see my favorite series being translated into this amazing adaptation. I know Amazon is going to do such a good job with it, and I'm just unbelievably excited. Anyways, let me know down in the comment section if you were excited, what your immediate thoughts were after seeing these announcements. This show just cannot happen fast enough. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you like bookish content, which is what I'm usually posting about. That is all I have for now. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bookworms, keep reading. Bye. Today we got the playing Moraine, and that's Rosamund. They have cast Josh. I don't know a lot. I don't know a lot of. What am I trying to say? Bye.